Good name for a good name. Hopefully, it's a good gun too.
Let's can we hold for about 40 seconds? Um, Streamlabs OBS just like took a shit on me.
Oh dear.
They-
Much better to ask for consent before something like that.
Well, see, the thing about Streamlabs OBS is that it's free and open source, so you're not allowed to ask for stuff like that. Well, actually, Streamlabs OBS isn't free and open source. OBS is, and if you're thinking you wouldn't be stupid to believe that they're both the same thing, but they are not. Two entirely different companies.
All right, well, let me know when I could proceed.
Here, probably about 4 seconds. I hope. Yes, go now.
All right. Sean, has Urian already preemptively put in a request for the Bloody Elf to depart,
Probably, yeah.
like tomorrow? Okay, well,
Probably.
you get a message to your suit now in from the space control, and it says your permission to leave is provisionally granted upon you depositing your fuel and your docking fees. And it's
Okay.
listed on your screen as 12,300 credits.
All right. I'll send the invoice to Ukluna.
Oh, we already said we would do it, so.
Yes, but I'm giving Ukluna a chance to react in character to suddenly getting this invoice from you.
And I'll put at the bottom. I'll write like in a note that says, hey Captain, would you mind spotting me this many credits for my ship? Okay, please, thanks.
Only if you can find my legal pad where I keep my notes for for Gungans and Dragons, because I can't find it anywhere. Yes, that's fine. How much is it again? It's like 12,000 or something.
12,300.
Yeah.
Well, you will owe that to us at 4% interest.
So like that's like what like
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You don't.
one body.
Well, we'll make it as a show of good faith for your service to the crew.
Okay, thank you. I
We are
appreciate it.
using a ship and putting it at risk for this operation. So.
Well, it's more that your ship is mission critical based on the plan
Yeah.
that we've drawn up. So
Makes sense.
All right, well, you have the rest of the day until your ship is going to be ready. Is there any further shopping that you wish to do? I think Sven has a list of items he might want to get.
Well, we had talked about getting handcuffs so that we can at least take some of them alive. But was the captain going to cover that cost?
it depends on how much it is. Well, actually, because it's like we have like 300 grand. We should be able to cover it. Yeah, because I think the handcuffs and I wanted to make sure we had breaching charges too. That were supposed to be on the shopping list.
Okay, so
And truth serum,
it
but
depends.
I put that on the list like a couple weeks ago.
So manacles are dependent upon what sort you want to get. Basic ass ones are just going to be 250 credits apiece. Smart manacle, sorry, the basic ones are 50 credits apiece. Smart manacles are 250 credits apiece. These ones are digitally locked, biometric coded, made shock or tighten when tampered with. Neural restraints, which are used by advanced law enforcement, they stiffen the limbs through nervous system interface. Those are going to be 2,000 credits apiece.
Now, I'm pretty sure that Krish said that we could expect about 12 crew, right?
At least, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but if we take everybody alive, how much space do we have?
Yeah, no, I think April pointed that out.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wouldn't
I mean,
I
if you
wouldn't
have his-
necessarily
if
be
you- if
against
you have his
marooning
ship-
them. What'd you say, Richard?
I said, if you have his ship, then you have room for them.
Yeah, but we don't have enough crew to spread out between 3 ships, do we? Or 4 ships?
It's a logistical issue. You are here for another day. You could attempt to hire more people.
I think we should see if we take the ship, and if we take the ship, maybe we can get some whatever key positions we need. Also, I didn't look up. I wanted to look up how. Wanted to ask how the group astrogation works. Does Barbie get to make that plot for everybody, or?
So she can talk to the other astrogators. You guys can link up. Because also part of the role is also done by your jump engineer. So Barbie might do the calculations, but then the engineer has to kind of follow through.
Right.
We don't have enough people to make this work, so we need to decide before we go how we're going to handle it. I think the plan is to assess the ship after the personnel is secured, and make a call after that.
I think so.
I mean, what would be the risk of leaving it there and coming back to get it?
Somebody else would find it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess another option would be also that, I mean, we could get the crew to surrender, and that could be the crew. The problem is that I would want to leave one of our guys in command of the ship, and that means that they would be possibly alone with a strange crew who may or may not be very happy that their captain was just captured.
Well, any of the, like I said, any of.
Are you
My
going to
opinion
include
is that-
Chris into any of these conversations?
Sure.
Yeah.
He will make a suggestion to you if you kind of mention this issue of, Captain, I've heard in certain pirate fleets in situations like this where you cannot fully trust the crew, that they do the old shuffle.
Yeah, we could reintegrate. That was my
Where
second.
you,
That was my second idea.
Mix and match. Sprinkle their crew throughout the rest of the fleet, and sprinkle the rest of the fleet into their ship.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. It would also, it would also fix our this elephant in the room that we're not wanting to address about whether or not we kill the entire crew. Because I don't think any of us wants to do it, but like, what the fuck else are we gonna do? Like maroon them on the planet and leave them there?
Does Urian look a little bit disappointed when Ukluna says nobody wants to kill them all?
Not really.
I mean, they're like, if they resist or if they create danger for the crew, sure, kill them. But like, there isn't a need to just kill them, just cause, you know.
No, I gotcha. Well, yeah.
Let's see how cooperative they are afterwards.
Yeah, I like the crew integration idea, actually. It will create a personnel problem down the line, but we can figure it out. It will give us time to think about it at
You have
least.
to turn some of these guys in as pirates.
Well, aside from Redthane, who has to be turned in.
Out of whichever ones we take alive, whichever one is the most argumentative gets to go in with her.
I mean, I was asking because I'm not. Is that a parameter from the people who hired us to do this? Like, are there certain people that have to be arrested?
Well, somebody has to be. We can't collect bounties on. We have to. The point is that we have to collect some bounties on some of these people.
Do they all?
So that we can.
Are they all wanted?
Well, I mean. Well, nobody knows who's wanted, but somebody has to take the fall for these pirate attacks. And whether that's if I don't know if Redthane is going to be sufficient. I don't know. I'm saying if you think you can sell that, Redthane's the only one that we were able to catch and we had to kill everybody else.
I'm a pretty good liar.
Here's all the information on the ships that we took.
We're taking them back to Jarnax, right?
No. Well, well, to get the bounties, you have to go to the previous 2 planets.
Who are we doing this? Like, who hired us to do this?
The princess.
Well, the princess told you to do this for these 2 other planets, Clark and what is it, Torpol?
Well, we're not welcome back at Torpol, right? They don't like us there anymore.
Well, we don't want to.
Clark was the psychopomps. You just got denied permission from landing any place other than the starport. Well, after what you did.
That might actually be a good way for us to shore up the goodwill that we destroyed with our last diplomatic blunder.
Yeah, it's when you tried to revive the
I remember.
Woman. Yeah.
We failed.
These to me feel like problems that we solve after the operation is finished.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we worry about taking the ship and then we figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
And where we're going is a Class B starport, so we might be able to hire some crew to temporarily, if we pass ourselves off as pirate hunters, and we just say that we've captured this prize ship and we need somebody to take it to Drynax for us, then we could probably find somebody to do that more easily than we could finding a pirate crew at the Class B spaceport.
Hold on a second. Were we not discussing a situation where Urian needed to have his ship couriered to Drynax?
Oh yeah.
Why can't we just do that?
We can't. We'll have to, like I said, we'll have to make those contacts when we get there.
Yeah, because we could just have them take it back to Drynax, and then after all the action is done, after we've turned everyone in, and the mission's over, we can just go hire a new crew at our own leisure, and we don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But if we do that, though, Urian has some stuff he wants to transfer onto the dynamic core. Then.
Well, we're not talking. Well, yes, that's fine, but we're talking about Redthane's ship. Because we could just hire a courier to come pick that shit up and move it too.
How big is your ship?
Can you repeat that?
How big is the Bloody Elf?
It's pretty small, right?
It's 100 tons.
It's 100 tons, so it's not like a launch.
Yeah, it's bigger than a launch.
Yes.
All right. So the decision here is that we will decide what happens with the ship the cargo and its crew after the operation is, or at least until the fighting is finished. We'll table that until then. Who needs to buy shit?
Okay, so breaching charges are 500 credits per unit. They can be combined with remote detonators or timed fuses for an additional 100 credits each.
Okay. We need 2 of them, I think is the estimation you gave me to get through the hall. In the event, so in the plan, the breaching charges are a backup to engineer not being able to open the doors. So, I think what you estimated was it would take 2 to get through the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we want 2 of those, and with the remote detonators.
Okay, so that would be 1,200 credits.
Okay, so that's for the explosives. Also, you said I assigned. I'm not sure if does Krish have someone who has a demolitions as a skill.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure because that's on our transfer orders after we get in system. So that's who that gear will go to. And then.
So we're buying 2 breaching charges, and that's how much?
1,200, I think he said.
Yep.
Piece?
I think for all of them.
Together.
Is that correct?
So 1,200 for those 2 with the remote detonators. So at this point you currently, so let's see. So ships, funds, you have 304,923.
And then if we all right, tell me if this is crazy, but we could get 12 pairs of the middle handcuffs. Or would that just leave, would we have to get a handcuff room because of how many we've bought?
I mean, they're just 12 smart manacles. That's fine. They don't take up much room.
Okay, let's get 12. And then so that'll come out to 3,000. And then truth serum was on my list as well. Which, when purchased, will be given to the doctor.
Nice.
And I had, I think when I put these on the list, I think that I put the page number. But I can't remember if I actually just wrote that down.
Let me see. So we're looking for the truth serum on the skull. What sort of grade of truth serum do you want to get?
I was not aware that there were different kinds. So what are they?
You could get street grade, you could get clean pharmaceutical grade, or a modified one that's dosed with sedative.
What is the pharmaceutical grade cost?
1,200 credits a dose.
Okay. 1,200. Okay. So
street grade is 600 credits.
Yeah, that's. I think we're going to avoid that though. I think the doctor will judge me if I give him street grade pharmaceuticals. So you said 1,200 a piece?
Yes, a dose.
Okay, yeah.
How many doses are you?
Let's get 4 of those.
Okay, so 4,800 credits.
We should be right around what 9,200 or 900 or 9,000. I mean, not 900.
So at this point, yeah, 29,123. But 297,000, sorry, 123. What's left? And ship bonds. Sven also got priced out stun grenades. A crate full of 24 stun grenades, military grade stun grenades, you could get for 5,280 credits. A mixed loadout of 12 standard stun grenades and 12 EMP hybrid grenades would be 4,800 credits.
Is this something that we're buying for the ship, or we're going to put in the armory?
How much truce serum did you get?
4 doses. Also, I think Richard's keeping track of it in the chat too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I put it on my spreadsheet. So.
Okay. What was your question, Wenton?
I was saying, yeah, that we just put them into the armory.
Okay. All right. So let's put that on the ships tab as well, because we'll use those for other operations.
So do you want to get a mixed loadout crate and a military grade crate?
I'll let Sven use his judgment on that.
What's the difference in effect between the mixed load and the military?
So the mixed load, the difference for the military grade stun versus the regular stun is the military grade stun is a stronger charge, and it's harder for them to roll to resist the stun. And then the mixed one is just standard stun grenades mixed with the EMP stun grenades, which can cause minor electronic interference.
We have no idea if any of them have armor like mine, do we?
Nope.
I think we go with the military one.
Okay, so no EMP grenades.
Right.
How much are those a piece?
EMP grenades per piece.
No, like you said, there's a box of mixed and a box of military grade, right?
Yeah.
How much are the boxes?
The box of military grade grenades, where you get a little bit of a discount, you get 24 for 5,280 credits.
And how much for the other one?
The mixed loadout, which you get 12 standard stun grenades and 12 EMP hybrid grenades, is 4,800 credits.
So we're talking about 10 grand. Wenton, let's just get both of them, and we'll have them in the armory.
Okay.
That way we just have it if we need it.
Right. I'm good with that.
And then Urian, depending on how dire the financial situation gets, that loan might be called in. We're doing pretty okay, and I think after we cash in these bounties and stuff, the ship will take its share, and I think we'll be pretty all right.
Urian, who's getting kind of fed up with not fighting anything, yells out, "Time's up, let's do this," and yells out Leroy Jenkins and puts the ship into hyperspace.
Well,
I'm just kidding, he won't do
we're
that.
still waiting on our engines.
All right. He flies right into the docking bay.
I'm just imagining he's just doing that in his head, making whooshing noises while he's just standing there.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh man, I really want to kill something right now."
Gotcha.
I think he's probably just going through battle strategies in his head, thinking like, if this happens, I'm gonna do this.
While we are tabulating all this, you guys did read through the operational plan, right?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna have an operation briefing before we start then.
Well, we'll have plenty of time once in the time that we're going to the planet, going to the next system. Be operationally briefed.
I actually put in a little bit of work into this to smooth out some of the rough parts of engineer's plan that didn't work very well.
Okay, anyone else wanting to try to purchase anything personal while aboard this pirate high port? Last call.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
I'm still debating on the stun rifle because all I have is shoot hole in 'em rifle right now.
Well, we do have stun grenades, though.
Yeah, we have that now.
I would assume that those kind of they have a similar usage, don't they, as stun rifles? Also, doesn't Andrew have a stun thing she probably has with her too?
I have a stun carbine, yes.
Okay.
All right, so we should be good then.
Just aim for their
nothing
foot.
more for. Great. Okay. Well, the rest of the day goes by. The engines are fully installed by the next morning, so you guys get one more night of rest. You authorize the payment for Urian's ship, the Bloody Elf. So they take the clamps off of your ship, Urian, to let it go, because your ship definitely was clamped, because they weren't sure if you were going to pay or not.
They didn't want you to dine and dash.
Why? Is it because I'm a Darien? Racist bastards.
It probably is that.
No,
that's probably the reason.
It's because they weren't sure you hadn't given them any money yet.
Is it because they're racist?
Like fucking elves. They never pay their bill.
Urian's excuse for anything is they were racist against me.
I mean, it's kind of the thing in like fiction, right? It's like racism.
Do you call everyone else what is it spoon ears, all rounded and weird looking?
No, he's not racist.
That feels
Out
icky.
loud.
It's like when the who is that character that Jeffrey Combs plays in Star Trek Enterprise? He plays an Andorian, and he calls Captain Archer pink skin a lot because the Andorians have blue skin. That always felt kind of icky to me whenever he says it.
Pretty sure that was
right. So your ships have been given leave to depart Skull High Port. Krish has given you the message that his crew on Misery's company is ready to go. And ready to go along with the plan.
All right.
He's already briefed his crew.
I bet Krish read the operational plan, didn't he?
Yeah.
Also, don't rush this, guys, just because like my character wants to fight. If that makes sense.
Oh,
Like,
we're not going to rush anything for you. We're going by the plan.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons I asked if you've read it, because this plan, at least for the next foreseeable future, is our Bible.
I gotcha.
Well, I guess that puts us in operational phase 2A, does it not, Richard?
Yeah. So you want to attempt the coordinated jump now.
Yes.
Document. Save it under the right. Oh, here we go. Look at you, Richard, saving it with the right name. I'm proud of you. All right. I'm just going to roll first for Sharky, piloting you away from Skull Highport. And who is going to be plotting his navigational course? Is Sharky capable of doing that himself?
I thought that
What is his navigation? No, he does not have navigation skills.
Who usually plots our jumps?
Well, navigation, you had Gani McCore, who basically did almost everything when it came to piloting.
Jesus, we should never we definitely should have hired more people at the beginning.
So who also has navigation on your ship? Oh my god.
I swear, if we have to turn around,
If we don't have anybody, we're not leaving.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we have to turn around and hire a navigator.
Oh my god. Do you have anybody with navigation as a skill? Oh shit.
Okay, Andrew, we're putting this on the list of things we need to take care of.
Oh, so actually, the only one that would be able to have a decent chance of giving you a decent navigation roll is Urian, but he's currently going to be piloting his own ship. But he could plot a navigational
Can we just
path
follow him?
Yeah, he can plot a navigational path for Sharky as well as his own ship. And then transmit it to you all.
I'll do that.
So you hear Sharky say, "Well, Captain, I'm getting ready to navigate." "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." And as he says that, he seemingly is miming on his console that he's doing it, but he's not actually touching any keys, and he keeps looking over at the comms desk for Urian's transmission to come in.
Okay, so just as a joke, because so has anyone ever played Elite Dangerous?
I play it almost every day.
So you know the whole when you jump and you come too close to a star.
Yeah.
Could it be like Sharky just typed a bunch of shit and it says warning, jumping into
taking heat damage?
It'd be like, and Urian will just be like, "No, Sharky, this is how you do it," and I send him the coordinates.
All right. Well, before you get cocky, roll for me 2d6 plus 2.
I'm not even on the roll 20 yet. Whoops, forgot about that.
That would help for rolling.
Yeah, right. So you said 2d6 plus 2?
Yes. You're using your Jack of all trades. Urian actually has Jack of all trades 3. So he basically can do any ability check with no negative.
12.
Wow. Yeah, you easily set a course not only for your own ship, but for Sharky's and transmit it. Sharky kind of gives a little sigh of relief and says, "Well, Captain, I'm setting course now. We're leaving."
This does include the Misery's Company as well, right?
Oh, Misery's Company has their own navigational person. Hold on, let me see. Thank you for the
reminder. The intention was that we all it's a fleet-wide coordinated jump.
Yeah, no. This first navigation piece is just leaving the local space to get into a position to jump. So you have to plot to get out from the regular space.
Okay.
So they're fine as well. Sharky, I think he has a +1 for piloting. Yes. Oh, and then they're +1 for dexterity, so a +2. Great. So 2d6 +2. Okay. So Sharky manages to pilot out. And for Urian, since he's the pilot of his ship, it would be 2d6.
Doesn't the suit do all the work, though?
No, you actually have those advanced systems as well. So it's going to actually end up being 2d6 +2.
Okay.
Once he gets his bonus from his good navigation.
Oh, and then you would actually get a further bonus from that navigational one. So it's going to be 2d6 +4.
1,000.
13.
Yeah. All right.
I intentionally held back on Sharky's navigation roll just to be a. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. All 3 ships are able to easily navigate out of Skull High Port. It will take them about 3 hours to get outside the gravitational well to put yourselves in position to start to make the jump. So now
How's she
you are
feeling, Sharky?
Oh, she's feeling great and swell and dandy, just like Candy. Yep, not nervous at all about going into battle. No siree.
No, I meant the engines.
Yeah, that's good too. Yep. I you know what? I precisely know the difference. Yep.
By the way, is George satisfied with the work that we hired out on the engines?
He says they could have done worse.
Oh, that's kind of a glowing review from George. That could go on Yelp.
All right, so you're going for the jump. Barbie is going to begin her calculations. Which she will manage. And so now you are going to burst transmit to all allied ships through an encrypted tight beam. So I need someone to make a
comms check. That'll be me.
To verify the precision.
Me?
That would be me.
Okay.
It's, I think, 2d6 +3, if I remember correctly.
Yep, you're correct. 2d6 +3. And okay, so it failed. It was a DC of 6.
So do I roll again?
Nope. All right, so now we're going on to the jump drive synchronization. So you're beginning the jump drive spin up. This will take approximately 1 hour.
So what did we fail?
So this is basically going to result in some drift and some scatter.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. That's that.
And possibly a missed jump hazard. So we'll see how well the engineers all do now. So this is an engineer jump drive check. Okay, so let me roll for Misery's
William doesn't
company.
have miscommunication because he's already got them here.
Hopefully that's my only fucking double 1 roll.
Okay, that's fine. And now it's time for Urian.
Yep. And it's 2d6 +4, right?
This is an engineering one. So this is going to be 2d6. Yeah, plus 4 because of your computers.
10.
Okay. Great. So after an hour, all of the ships have spun up their jump drives. And all the ships are giving you confirmation pings that they're ready, Ukluna.
Execute jump.
The tactical officers have confirmed their readiness. All crews should secure their stations. And so you've just issued the go command?
Yeah, unless you're gonna let me re-roll that, then yes.
All right. All the ships jump. You have 1 week in jump space now.
All right. Well, shall we go over the plan?
Sure.
Bridge
Love
officer
the
meeting.
plan.
And while we're jumping, can we get Urian on Skype?
No.
Oh.
You are completely separated from him while in jump space.
Well, I
did separated from the literal universe.
I did make sure to send that plan to him, so I'm sure that he is, while we're doing this, on his ship reading along as well, at his own pace.
I'm sure he's just walking.
We'll be there. We'll be there to keep him in line.
Yeah. So when we arrive, if we're too far away from each other, the Gani McCour's position will be the post jump rendezvous for Misery's Company and Bloody Elf. Once the three of us get together, we're going to execute our reassignment orders. So Andrew, Sven, and Sharky will temporarily be assigned to the Bloody Elf. The Misery's Company is sending over a gunnery specialist to the Gani McCour, and a demolitions trained officer from Misery's Company will be transferred to the Bloody Elf, and then we're going to have George as our pilot. And then I think temporarily Vim is going to be our XO for this mission.
Sir, yes, sir. I'm completely ready, sir, and not nervous at all, sir.
No, that's definitely convincing. After that, we're going to take a staging position that's about 1,000 kilometers from our target, which is a moonlet around. I can't remember what it's called. The designation is 540 PD-5/4. Really rolls off the tongue. That'll be our last. We'll report a pre-mission status and readiness, and then I'll give an execute order, which is when the Gani McCour will start conducting passive thermal sweeps to locate Redthane's ship. 1,000 kilometers is our our max effective range. So if we don't get a ping, we will advance in 100 kilometer increments until we pick up his signal. Once we get the coordinates, that will be shared fleet-wide. After which, the Bloody Elf, on the way down, is going to be piloted by Urian. I don't want Sharky. He's not very familiar with the ship, so I want to the stealth landing will be by Urian, and then when everyone takes off, Urian can take over again.
Whoa, Captain! I mean, Urian gave me a good once-over of the ship, so I think I'm pretty confident in being able to pilot it.
I believe.
And also, isn't he supposed to be dropping in from one of them little pods of his?
No,
orbit?
I think that is an edit to the plan because this works better. The Bloody Elf will perform a stealth landing that will take it about.
See, Captain. Well, in that case, do I even need to be on Urian's ship if he's going to be piloting it?
Yes, and if you give me 3 seconds, I'll tell you why.
I'll give you 6, Captain.
So Urian will perform a stealth landing. It will take the ship about 1 kilometer away from Redthane. Urian will disembark on foot and approach under the cover of darkness using his stealth abilities, which is when the Gani-Makor will start emitting an EM pulse to disrupt the backup comms of the ship. So once Urian gets there, Engineer will uplink through Urian's suit and will disable in order the maneuvering drive, the sensors, the life support, and then we'll take over the command protocols, which will stop Redthane from scuttling the ship or doing a data purge. When systems are confirmed down, a go order will be issued to the assault team, which will be under the command of Andrew. This is when the Bloody Elf will lift off with Sharky as its pilot and will move in for boarding.
I think Veronica should be in charge of assault. I'm just going along to help.
I'm fine.
So.
Yeah, but you're going to be the highest ranking officer, so you're in command. Like, if you want to delegate tactics, that's fine. But you'll the decisions will go through you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, this will take us to 2E, which is our breach. The assault team will board the ship. If the systems are disabled, like we're hoping will happen, boarding will proceed unopposed. And if the ship is locked down, breach charges will be used to open the ship. And the rules of engagement that we're dealing with is that lethal force is authorized against all resistance and any danger to the crew. However, Ferrik Redthane is to be taken alive, and that is a priority directive. After the assault team will secure Redthane, the remaining crew, whoever survives, and then you guys will make a cargo and intelligence assessment on the condition of the ship, its cargo, and whatever intelligence you guys are able to recover. The Redthane and the assault team will board the Bloody Elf. The Bloody Elf will depart, return to fleet position. We will transfer Redthane to the Gani-Makor for interrogation, and all of the reassigned personnel will return to their original postings. So there's a contingencies section of the operation plan. If Redthane is alerted early, Engineer will initiate a controlled carbon dioxide leak to knock out the crew, pretty much. If Redthane escapes, if they fire up the ship and escape, the Bloody Elf will initiate pursuit, and then the Gani-Makor and Misery's company will cut off their escape in orbit. And then the last bit of this is our abort criteria. These will be made kind of, what's a good word? These are at captain's discretion. So these don't trigger an automatic abort. It'll be up to how bad the situation is. But if the Bloody Elf is detected during or shortly after landing, if Urian fails to check in after departure from the landing zone, if additional hostile forces are detected in system, if critical systems failure aboard any of the fleet vessels occurs, or if Redthane initiates a successful self-destruct that would result in his death, that would abort the mission as well. Are there any questions?
Yeah, Captain. The part where you have me piloting after Redthane and the Bloody Elf, Bloody Elf doesn't have any weapons, Captain.
Was that a question?
Yeah, I wouldn't like to chase them in the Bloody Elf if they run away because it doesn't have weapons.
You're talking about after you've landed the ship and they get away, right?
Yeah. In that contingency.
That's my fault. That should specify that Urian will pilot the ship. Everyone.
Right.
I mean,
but-
we still don't
but
have
if I-
weapons, so we're not very good in a fight.
That's fine because
exactly that point right there. Because wouldn't they just shoot us?
if I am not mistaken, the Bloody Elf has significant stealth capabilities, right?
Right, Captain. But if they see us somehow, we wouldn't have much of a chance, since we don't have weapons.
Okay, if you had weapons, I mean, the plan is for us to cut them off in orbit anyway. So follow at a safe distance. I don't need you to engage in combat. I just need you to follow them.
Okay, Captain.
Any other questions?
Bas-
Hmm? I'm not sure if it cut out. April, did you say something?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard your
Okay.
voice. Also, like engineer, all of the mission critical personnel in this. Doesn't like engineer or George or anyone else? Do any of them have questions?
None of them have questions for you at the moment. No.
Great.
And engineer sent you a message that when his part is needed, he will be present and operational. George said he'll hover on up when he's needed. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, this is mostly engineer's plan. And I have quite a lot of faith in it. We only tweaked a couple things to make it a little more efficient.
All right. So during this week, what is everybody doing?
Continuing to study jump drive with Billion.
Okay. So Drew studying J drive with Billiam.
Is there a leadership for dummies book I can download in like PDF form?
Yeah, there are like motivational books and whatnot, and self-help books that you can read.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Studying leadership. What about Sven?
Studying recon.
Okay, so you're basically playing video games for the week.
Actually,
Okay.
I might go to Sven's quarters and we might just play Call of Duty.
Okay. What is... So, you're all alone on your ship you're in. You have the plans. What are you doing for the week?
He's probably just like coming up with battle plans. Like, I mean, he read it, and he's not really coming with battle plans. Like, if this happens, I'll do this. If this happens, we'll do this. Kind of, you know.
Hopefully he's memorizing the existing battle plans.
Yeah, he's also doing that.
Okay.
Is he putting away his skull and that he's been wearing and...
Yeah, he'll go put away the current skull he's wearing, and grab a different skull, for luck.
and put it on his belt?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have a skull that will make it so no one sees you while you're approaching the ship?
Yeah, actually, do I have one of those, Richard? Like in
Yeah,
Halo?
like a transparent one or like a stealth skull.
Yeah, you could have a lucky skull for any opportunity, apparently. Are you going to have Urian attempt to study something or practice something during this week?
Yeah. I guess what is something that he should practice, in your opinion, Richard?
Well, he has a lot of skills compared to most characters. Let's see. You should probably focus on skills that are at 0.
Yeah, your vac
because you
suit's at
have jack
0.
of all because you have jack of all trades at 3, which basically means all skills are basically kind of at 0 for you, but anyone that's not already at 0, you still need to train to get to 0 before you get trained to get to 1. So your athletics is currently at 0. So you could train your athletics up, you could train your carouse up, engineer, investigate, survival.
Daniel said
Vac
vac
suit.
suit. Yeah, I'll do
Yep.
vac suit. That probably seems pretty important for space stuff. Over the course of the week, he'll train with like trying to put on a vac suit quickly and unquickly.
Okay.
Did you just say quickly and unquickly?
Yeah, like putting it on quickly and taking it off unquickly.
Taking it out slowly?
Yeah, unquickly.
Okay.
Sorry. It was kind of like a brain fart moment when I said unquickly.
Just don't attempt
But a
any EVAs in your vac suit while you're jumping.
Okay. I need to roll anything, Richard, for this?
No, I'm just rolling the deviation for when you guys come in. Okay.
I'm not being deviated, right? Because I got a 10.
Well, there was a little problem with the communication that Ukluna sent to everybody as he tried to coordinate. So that's going to lead to a bit of deviation. But
Okay.
so everybody for each ship needs to make a sensors roll.
What's my roll?
For Urian, it is. Oh, shit. 2d6 plus 6.
Oh shit, nice. 13.
You are 10,000 kilometers off course. Not bad for a jump. Pretty close to the mark. Who is... So, Ukluna, do you know who your sensors officer is now?
No. Well, that wasn't also Gani McCore, was it?
It was Gani McCord.
This was a massive mistake on our parts. To have you doing have Gani McCord doing so many things.
Yeah, Gani McCord was like everything on the ship.
Yeah, we should have hired people for this. This was.
Andrew could do sensors. She would get 2d6 plus 1.
Is that our best chance?
Your int's higher than mine, and you have electronic 0 as well.
Wait, say that again.
I think your int is higher than mine, and you have electronic 0 as well, but I could be wrong.
He has an intellect of 8. Andrew has an intellect of 9. So actually, technically speaking, you're smarter than the captain.
Okay. He understands this.
Why? That's right. Education is what you have higher than. That's right. Well, I guess I can do it. 10.
Okay. You are about 60,000 kilometers off target.
Wow. How did we get so? We had the original coordinates. How can we be that far?
Honestly, in space, 60,000 kilometers isn't that huge of a distance.
Okay, you all start to ping, and the Misery's company is 30,000 kilometers off target.
All right, so the Gani McCore will hold its position and transmit in the most secure way. I'm not exactly familiar with how this works. Our coordinates to the two other ships.
I bet you could send direct, like, laser-coded transmissions to them now that you've kind of located them through your sensors.
Yeah.
As they've kind of made some pings as they've come in system. Make me a comms check, so 2d6 plus 3.
Are you shitting me?
Oh boy.
This.
Okay. Well, you're getting the low rolls out early, I guess. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
feels
have to roll
that is a little infuriating.
I'm just gonna have to roll some complications behind the scenes.
Daniel, I think you got the Swedish chef going on in the background.
Did they mess with our comms dish? Somebody must have knocked the comms dish loose while they're changing the engines.
Honestly, it reminds me of like when.
So you get a transmission from the Gani McCore, Urian, and the Miseries Company does as well. It gets a little bit garbled at times, which is going to result in a bit of a delay of all of you getting together. It'll take about 8 more hours for you all to kind of gather here in your position in space before you plot a course to Little and its moonlet that Redthane is on. But you do all manage to finally get together. I will let, as this is going on, April, you can make me a sensors roll. So can Misery's Company, and so can Urian.
So 2d6 plus 6. 13.
4, my turn.
Okay.
It's my second 3.
All right, so Urian, you detect that through the garbled nature of the communication, there were some issues with the tight beam transmission. So there was more than a little bit of leakage as the Gani McCore was trying to make direct connections with both of your ships. So there might have been some signs of the transmission that went elsewhere other than to you and the other ship. And because your roll was so high, you can also notice that in system, you can detect that there are 2 patrol vessels. One is located around Palindrome, but another patrol vessel seems to be making a pretty abrupt, high burn vector towards out system at the moment.
Can I relay that to the Gani McCore?
Are you trying to relay this in a stealthy manner before you get there?
Yes. What would be my thing?
You'd have to make a comms check.
Right. What would be my role? Sorry.
Your role would be. Oh, you actually do have comms already as well. So 2d6 plus 5.
All right. I'll do that. 15.
Yeah, you make a perfectly secure transmission to the Gani McCore. It is crystal clear to your ears, Ukluna. In fact, he has a complete holographic image of himself as well that's projected to your screen.
Could I interweave it so that like it goes under like it actually? So this is sound weird. Could I interweave it so like it goes like under like the gun or like it? like could I enter agreement so like it just sounds like normal like comms traffic, but like it's actually like a coded transmission kind of, if that makes sense.
Well, no, you've made it so it's not being transmitted in system at all. You're literally like pointing a laser of information at them.
Oh, okay, I see. I gotcha. Okay.
And can you repeat the information that he's reporting?
He's going to say it now.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what it was. Oh, right. I'll be like, yeah, there's two ships. One's making a slow burn out of system, right?
Towards us or away from us?
To the outer edge of the system. But remember, there's a habitable world that's
Right.
in system that you weren't planning on going to, but one is remaining in orbit, and another one has now abruptly started to make the trek to the outer edges of the system.
Are they going in the direction that we're going?
Conceivably, they could be.
Well, we wouldn't be able to tell.
At this point, no. The journey for them is going to probably take at least 2 days.
What is our travel time to our target?
All right, so from your current position, and it's going to first, you're waiting 8 hours for everybody to get together. Then you're going to have to do the crew transfer. That's probably going to take another hour, so 9 hours at least. Distance here. So it will probably take you about 26 hours to get to the moonlet.
Well, that's what it is.
So, I mean, if they are going to warn Redthane, we'd get there before they would anyway.
Yes, you'd get there about 2 hours before.
I also tell them about the other patrol as well.
Who are these patrols? Who do they work for? I mean, is this like a system
They
government?
work for the system. Yeah, they're system patrol boats.
And I mean, do we have anything to fear from them? I mean, like we're here hunting pirates, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you're pirates hunting pirates.
right. Well, they don't know that we're pirates, right?
No. But you haven't identified yourself in system yet.
Okay. All right. We're gonna continue the plan.
Also gonna tell them, hey, seems like there was some comms leakage on your end. Some people might have picked up your signal. Just letting you know.
Well, I mean, the patrol did, right?
I mean, potentially. I'm not sure. I'm just letting you know there was some comms leakage.
Okay. That's fine. We're gonna continue along.
I'll pilot my ship towards their ship.
All right, so 8 hours later, you all kind of get together. One airlock, Misery's company will connect to. The other airlock will be the Bloody Elf.
All right. So, Andrew, come back alive, please. Bring as many of our men back as you can.
Veronica at this point will be stepped in her battle dress, her helmet down, exposing her kind of artistic skull drawn on it. She kind of looks towards you and nods and is like, yeah, we'll try to bring some of them back, and all of the women too.
Oh, good.
So
I'm glad you said something.
So seeing the skull on her helmet, on Veronica's helmet. Actually, what does Veronica go by?
Veronica.
Veronica.
Right, I mean, like, right, but is it like
Her Christian name? She goes by her Christian name.
Well, right, but I mean, like, what is she like? I mean, I guess like, what do they go by? I guess. What are Veronica's pronouns? If that makes sense.
If you ask her, she says she, her.
Okay, and what about your characters, April?
She, her, definitely, yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, just making sure.
Or that bitch. No,
Uh,
appropriate. I apologize.
I am not saying that. That feels like a
Yeah,
trap.
me neither.
No, that was a joke.
But seeing the skull on Veronica's helmet, he'll be like, "Hey, you're gonna be like, hey, I'll be right back," and he'll come back, and he'll be like, "Hey, I got you a matching skull for your helmet," and he's gonna hand it to her. Also, this is just platonic. Like, this is like a friendly thing. This isn't like a sign.
A
of
grand
anything
romantic
else.
gesture. Here's a dead head.
She kinda
I love you.
looks at it and said, this is just painted on here. I don't really have a place to put this this corpse.
Oh, I'll be like, just. I'll also give Veronica like a belt hook for it.
Thank you, but I'm not really into
Skulls.
trophies like that.
I get it. I'll give it to Andrew instead. You want a trophy skull?
I think I'll pass.
Oh, okay. I'll go put it back.
I have
More
to,
for me, I guess.
I have to maintain it. I have to maintain a certain level of decorum.
Gotcha.
You just got thanks, but no thanks. By
I
two
saw
separate
it.
people.
Two separate women.
Like that's a pretty good skull though. Who is it? Like, was it like? Is it like a trophy thing or like hidden enemy or?
No, I literally just painted it on my helmet to help with intimidation tactics.
I like it. It's good.
Thanks. It does its job.
I'm gonna get on the comms and ask Andrew what the status of the transfer orders is.
We're settled in here, along with +2 from Misery's company.
Oh, who?
Yep,
By the way,
yeah,
who is
well,
who? Do we know who is on the Bloody Elf now from the Misery's company?
Yeah, we should definitely make the acquaintance of these 2 people we're about to go to war with.
yes, so you have the so the gunner is coming from
Oh, the gunner's going to you guys.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you guys are getting
My bad.
demolitions guy.
All the same.
Also, George, get your ass up to the bridge.
What's your name, soldier?
Okay, hold on. So first so the gunner is goes by Bull Valor and Aslan Male. Half of his face is shaved off, and there's just a full face tattoo of a cobra on that side of his face.
Cobra Kai.
And your demolition. Demolitions. And then a bald woman named Betty comes on to your ship. She is wearing, it looks like typical engineering gear, and she seems to be covered in tools, but as she comes closer, you see that they're just various munitions and grenades that are just snapped on to almost every surface. And you can see that the baldness isn't natural, it's all just scar tissue. She gives you the biggest smile that she ever sees and says, "Ah, good to see you guys. How's it going?"
I'm gonna offer
Charmed.
her a skull.
I'm gonna take it. She's got some hearing loss. That's why she's yelling.
"Oh, sorry, I can't eat anymore," she says to Urian. "Where's my room?" She kind of pushes forward. "Also, I have a bag of goodies. Does anyone want one?"
Sure.
What kind of goodies?
"Oh,
Andrew naturally starts
high yield goodies, low yield goodies. I've mislabeled a few though. Be careful. Or
Well,
don't, you
I'm
know?
not trained, so I'll leave those to you.
Can I have
She
one of
waves
each?
her fingers at you all, and you can see that she has about 5 fingers combined on both hands.
That was gonna be my next question.
How old is she?
It's hard to tell with all the scar tissue.
I'm gonna be like, yeah. Can I have one of each bag of goodies?
Yeah, sure, just reach in and try not to pull any pins, or don't. Who cares?
Okay, I'll take like 3 or 4 grenades. Are there any? Are there any like
Unfortunately,
FG?
we're not accommodating. It's gonna be a little bit of a rough ride. We're just gonna have to hunker down in the bay.
Does anybody want to play poker? It'll be my first time playing. As she says that, like a deck of cards almost miraculously appears in her hand, as if from nowhere.
Yeah, I'll play a game of poker.
Oh,
Yeah,
good! It's
who's
my
always
first
down?
time. Be easy on me.
Don't be like that.
You're about to get hustled, Urian.
And Urian, can you roll for me recon as you start to reach in towards this bag?
Yeah, what's the roll?
2d6 -1 for you
Oh, okay.
because of your
3.
dexterity score. They look like perfectly normal grenades.
But we all know that they're not.
So how many of them are you taking?
I'll just take 2.
Went down from 3, I see. Okay.
I'll just take 1.
Wait, why has it gone down to 1?
Actually, I'll take none. I'm good.
That's probably wise.
He'll
I'm
actually.
imagining that you picked up 3, then you put 1 back, and you put another 1 back, and then you're like, no, I'm okay.
Then you started to walk away, and then you stopped, and you turned around, and you dropped the last one in.
Did you drop the last 1 back?
No,
I just placed it back.
I'm sure that he set it down very carefully. This would be under our abort criteria, by the way. Urian tossing a grenade into a bag and blowing the whole ship up.
That definitely wasn't on your plan of how the mission was going to start. Losing a quarter of your crew to explosives. Oh dear.
All right, so
All right.
is everyone in the correct place?
Should be.
All right, George, we need to take position 1,000 kilometers away from Moonlit 540 PD /5/4 or -5/4.
We have to get there first.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All
Like,
right,
get
Captain.
us there within 1,000 kilometers.
All right, Captain, from our current position. That's roughly going to take us over a day to get there.
All right.
Let's begin. Oh, okay. Decent roll. Urian, if you want to roll.
Okay. What is it? The roll?
So this is going to be 2d6 +2.
7.
Okay. All right, so the ships are going. All right, so the Misery's Company and Ganymekor are going to be the first 2 ships in position, 1,000 kilometers away from the Moonlit. Urian, You get a little bit distracted as you're piloting because Sharky Sparks takes up a position right over your shoulder and keeps on asking, "Oh, okay. So what does that button do? So
Nothing.
what you doing over there? Is that how you do it?"
I totally see that.
Hey. Also, I'm gonna be like, hey, just let you know, my room is off limits. Everybody, I'm gonna lock my room.
Yeah. Well, I told
Oh,
everybody that we were hunkering down in the bay. So
Okay.
Of course, Mr. Urian. I'd never go into your room. You know, I once went into my brother's room when he didn't want me to go in there, and woo-wee, the things I saw in there, I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you?
No, I'm good, but thank you though.
So many nipples. I mean, okay.
He also collected trophies.
Trophies? Well, if that's what you want to call those filthy magazines, then I'd say he had a mountain of them, sir.
I thought something. Never mind.
All right, so yeah, it takes the rest of you a few. So it's going to take the Bloody Elf 5 more hours to get there than the rest of you. When you get into position, would you like to roll sensors
Yes.
for me?
That's 2d6
And
plus 6, right?
Yes, and 2d6 plus 1 for Andrew.
13.
I'm not there.
Oh, you're
You're on
right.
you're on my ship, right?
So this is going to be for Ukluna.
I've been back to the bloody elf playing cards with a woman with 5 fingers.
Does Daniel get another 5? Let's see.
So yes, so this is going to be for Ukluna. So this is going to be 2d6.
Can the Ghost of Gani McCore help out with this stuff?
No.
Are you shitting me?
Wow. Okay.
For fuck's sake.
You've improved by 50%.
Okay. So both the Bloody Elf and Misery's Company will detect that the patrol boat has gotten into little orbit, but it has not gone to the moonlet. Instead, it is currently in orbit of the nearest moon to you guys. Here's the image.
So I'll also, like, since I got like a high sensors roll, I'll also kind of like fill Andrew in on it to like kind of like fill everyone. I mean, I'll fill everyone else in on it.
Yeah, so to the moon of Offo. But to communicate this to the Gani McCore, you would have to do a comms check.
Just 2d6 plus 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that. 12.
Ooh, if that 6 had been a 1, that would have been interesting. Okay, you managed to do a tight beam transmission to the Gani McCore, and the Gani McCore, now you know, despite the fact that it's been a few hours late, the Bloody Elf is now in position. What do you say to the Gani McCore?
Oh, I'm just gonna tell him what I saw on my sensors.
Okay. The patrol boat is now in the orbit of Offo, and you are currently in position to start the mission, right?
Yes.
Well, let's make our descent. Let's find the. We have to. So.
Well, we're having all the. So, this is all the ships report their readiness, right? Yeah. So.
We're here.
All right. Well, this is our official execute order then. Execute Operation Petalfold.
All
Go
right.
Team Venture.
Team venture.
Also, let's make it speedy because I have a feeling that we're gonna have company.
So it is 10:11. Do we want to wait till next week to do this?
It's probably a good place. to
Yeah,
start.
this would be a good place as any. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for this session of Gungans and Dragons Pirates of Drynax Edition, as we are on the verge of your assault. Hope you all had fun, and we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, if you're still with us, thank you. There is, what's tomorrow, guys? Monday. There will be no stream tomorrow. I've got a gig. But Chris and I are going to build some Legos on Wednesday, then Battlefront Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then we'll meet you again here next week